Hey everybody, welcome back to another Modern Mondays here at Guardian Games. This are going to be 4 rounds of glorious modern gameplay tonight. I'm Urchin Colleague and I'm here with...
Travis Cooper. We're hanging out in Portland, Oregon, watching our first match of the evening. This is probably going to be a multiple match round one, I think, for us here, because it looks like we have...
Looking at the matchup right now is a mono green Stompy against Burn. So we are going to get some fast-paced action here in round one.
Yeah, do you have a deck that you think is favored in this matchup?
I think it's not unlikely that Mono Green Stompy is going to be able to stabilize the board and get there, depending on how fast his build is. I'm not completely familiar with the list, but I think Green could get there.
Yeah, Burn traditionally has issues with creatures like Tarmogoyf attacking, and I know that Green Stompy's whole deal is putting like large creatures on the board very quickly,
Yeah.
and Burn is going to tend to do a lot of damage to itself in terms of getting the correct mana usually. And we get a good game of rock, paper, scissors here.
Those good old unglued rock lobster, scissors lizard, and paper tiger. A good
Yeah.
way of determining who goes first. I'm always a fan. All right, looks like Adam here with a hand. Rift Bolt, couple of Boros charms. Not a very on-the-ground hand, which is actually going to be good for him here.
Yeah, Curran's probably going to be doing a pretty good job of presenting blockers.
Yes.
And with cards like Strangleroot Geist that are going to have Persist or Undying, I think Undying is the one that gives a +1/+1, and Persist is -1/-1.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's true.
Strangleroot does a pretty good job of blocking.
Yes.
And a Goblin Guy.
Here's a Goblin Guide. No extra card fee this time. Burn here, yeah, kind of wanting to go straight to face as much as possible because the more his removal is taxed, the less he's going to be able to get through, and he's probably not going to do a lot of getting through on the ground.
This Goblin Guide is actually pretty huge for Adam because basically it acts as like a shock that is then going to prevent a fair amount of damage when it chump blocks later on in this game.
Absolutely. Turn 1 Goblin Guide is about as good as you could ask for here. And he's going to swing it again. Still no extra land. Still Leaf Champion's going to be a huge threat when he comes down.
Yeah, 5/4. I feel like this experiment one is definitely going to be evolving.
4 is a magic number in Modern, especially against a deck full of lightning bolts. Alright, I'm going to pick up that Steel Leaf Champion. Curve out with some green creatures. You familiar with that one?
Nope.
I'm not up on my green critters. We're going to get in for 2 with the experiment one.
Yeah, that's a new card from Throne, it looks like. I'm guessing it is more than 1 power.
Seems like it. Boros Charm, taking Curran down another 4. Got plenty of lands on the burn side, maybe more than you want. Gonna suspend a Rift Bolt. Goblin Guide not. May have hit its wall here. Let's see. Yeah, better as a blocker at this point.
Well, I bet there's going to be a 5/4 coming down. As long as Curran has a land drop to make.
Goblin Guide didn't help with that. It's pretty lucky. Ooh. Looks like no, not this time.
Trigger, give this guy +2/+2 till end of turn.
Okay, so Curran played a new creature that basically gives, whenever it attacks, it gives another target attacking creature +X/+X, where X is the power of the attacking creature.
Yeah, that's gonna make an attack for 6. I'm gonna fetch fall to 8 here.
I know that Curran's been pretty hot on Stompy with some new cards from Throne that have sort of, upgraded the deck significantly.
I wish we could get the name of this creature out here.
Yeah, I sort of missed by working in I work in a game shop and I run a lot of events and I didn't actually get to play any Throne pre-release events. So my knowledge of new Throne cards is not quite where I want it to be.
Yeah, I missed a lot of the pre-release stuff. I played one two-headed giant event and played Mono Blue Mill, so all that I know is Mono Blue Mill. Boros Charm and Rift Bolt gonna do another 7. Current at 5. So we're
Ooh.
just looking for another couple lightning bolts here.
The Boros.
That is the card. It does. But do you know the name of it, Chad? We're
Yeah. Bogdan, do you know the name of that card that doubles power?
Aspect of Hydra.
It gives power equal to power when
So
it attacks.
reporting.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh dear.
So he's 6. Combat attack with everybody. Give this guy +6/+6.
Okay. That's going to be game. That's a very large attack there. So we pumped the new Eldraine guy so he could give +6 to another creature, and that's just a little more than the Goblin Guide can handle.
Yeah, Aspect of Hydra is like the payoff spell for the Stompy list. It gives the creature +X/+X, where X is your devotion. And, basically, if you're playing green Stompy, almost all of your creatures are going to be a green pip for every CMC. So you can Aspect of Hydra for kind of absurd amounts starting on turn 3 or 4.
I noticed.
Oh, thanks, chat. We get the name of the creature. Do you think we can have our producer pull that one up?
Seer Farron the Hedgehammer.
Hedgehammer just sounds like
I love
really metal.
I just love the
It
little
kind of
pun
sounds like a
there.
parody metal band or something, like Hedgehammer, and then they'd all have a bunch of like garden tools.
I love it. Let's take a look at what sideboard options we have available for both our players.
Well, I
here.
saw you taking pictures of sideboards, and I
Uh-huh.
noticed that Curran had 4 Feed the Clans.
Yeah, I was gonna say if he wasn't favored in game 1, let me tell you about these 4 Feed the Clans. He's also got 3 Thrashing Brontodon, 3 Sorcerer's Spyglass, 2 Back to Nature, 2 Veil of Summer to Scavenging Ooze. Honestly, 4 Feed the Clans seems great. That and some fatties. Options here for Adam. We've got 2 Rest in Peace, 2 Stony Silence, 2 Core Firewalker, 3 Smash to Smithereens, 2 Searing Blood, 2 Deflecting Palm, and 2 Path to Exile.
So if you're on the play, I kind of like Searing Blood, depending on how many Searing effects you're playing in the main, is you really need to manage Curran's board and then have your spells deal damage.
Yeah.
If you're feeling extra spicy, I could see boarding in Deflecting Palm. It makes it interesting when you're playing against cards like Aspect of Hydra, where Curran's incentivized to pump creatures. I don't know if it's good or not, but it is at least interesting, and I do kind of like Path to Exile.
Yeah, I think Path to Exile is going to get you a lot of value here, especially if you can pick off something with that's been Aspect of Hydra.
Yeah. Well, now.
Thank you, Nuglo. Yay! It's so good to see you again. And it is good to see everybody who stops by every Monday. It really makes this worthwhile.
Oh, we have an exciting upgrade that folks will be able to see
Bum,
today.
bum, bum. You've been asking, and now we have it.
You might regret your decisions and your donations, but
You can't take them back now. All right, Adam here on the play. I see. What do we have here? Goblin Guide.
I see 2 lands and a bunch of spells.
Yeah,
or is that 3 lands?
it's another land-heavy hand here. I wonder if we're contemplating a mulligan. I mean, yeah, I think that's right. That hand is just 2 land-heavy.
Oh, yeah,
it
that's
was the
4
Lightning Helix,
lands.
Goblin Guide, Riftbolt. I'm not about that. That's not getting there.
Yeah.
Caster Cam indeed.
I feel like when you're burn and you're playing against another aggressive deck, that you just can't. Even if you're on the play, you can't keep 4 land hands.
You can't.
Everybody's just like, what are you doing with
I-
your life?
Looks like we have a couple Avatar of the Resolutes, like 3 of them, I think.
You're going to have to help me a lot. I'm way down on
Avatar
my...
of the Resolute, if I can pull back my memory from cons, I think it's a 3/2 that comes into play with a 1/1 counter for each other creature that has a 1/1 counter on it. I could be stretching this a bit, but this is from my limited knowledge of like cons block draft.
Is it from your limited knowledge?
Oh,
Sorry.
No, I'm glad. I really like co-commentating with you.
Reach and trample.
Oh, that
Rample.
was pretty good. I got I didn't get all the keyword abilities, but I got all the text block there.
Yeah,
That's why
I'm
we get.
impressed.
That's why I get paid like
The
a
big
couple
bucks.
cents every cast we do.
The big sense. You've got a lot of big sense. Rift Bolt, straight to the
And
dome.
is
Spike,
it a
straight to the
treetop
dome.
village that came into play tapped on current side?
That is what that is. That is a treetop village. Maybe some flood mitigation when you've already dumped all your big boys onto the board. Coming in with the hasty.
Strangler guys.
Thank you. I've played against it. Yeah, just 3 to your head. We only have to count to 3
Undying
so many times.
Stranglergeist. Just ask your opponent to Searing Blaze that.
I love that art.
I think we actually might get a Searing effect here. Oh, nope.
Oh, nope. Just take you to 7. I mean, this is the game plan, right? Bolt you. So now we're like a Boros Charm and a Lightning Bolt away.
So we don't have Ferocious for Feed the Clans, but it's still going to be gain some life if Curran has any of them in hand.
Yeah.
Counter target Boros Charm. With
I mean,
Ferocious win the game.
yeah, Ferocious just game over. I mean, counter target Boros Charm when Adam has 1 card in hand, I believe, is a Wooded Foothills is not bad. So he's flooded. He's only got 1 card in hand. It's a land.
I mean, when you're not playing blue and you get flooded, that's...
It's pretty bad. All right. Get in. Take 4, Adam. Down to 9 here. All right.
Well, none of the Strangler guys have counters on them, so this Avatar of the Resolute is just going to be a 3-2 reach trample.
Rample.
Trample's pretty relevant with Aspect of Hydra.
Highly. There will be no chump blocking with a Swift Spear or Goblin Guide.
Curious Adam fetching on instep there. Maybe you're wanting to thin your deck, but you definitely do turn off Searing Blaze if it's in the deck.
He has another fetch land in hand.
Oh, then he's just lost.
Yeah, I mean that's the problem is he's got 5 lands and that's not going to do it.
Yep.
So we kind of need to be. Yeah. 6, 7. Boom. Bolt. Okay, held the bolt for that. Oh, never mind. Wooded Foothills. All right.
Oh,
So that was a quick one.
Yeah.
All right.
We were along for a ride there. And yeah, we're definitely going to go out and find another match. See how many we can cram into round
Yeah, let's
number
see how
1
many
here.
we can get.